President Milei has announced Argentina's withdrawal from the World Health Organization, citing, among other things, profound differences over the organization's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. The move mirrors a similar decision by US President Donald Trump, with whom Milei shares a close and ever-deepening political alignment. President Milei has been a vocal critic of the WHO's pandemic response, particularly regarding lockdown measures, vaccine policies, and what he describes as excessive bureaucratic control. He claims that these measures lacked solid scientific foundation and resulted in significant economic harm, arguing that prolonged quarantines were an attack on individual freedoms and devastated businesses and mental health. Milei has described the WHO's actions during the pandemic as the greatest experiment in social control in history, accusing the organization of siding with authoritarian regimes and failing to promote early treatment strategies in favor of mass lockdowns. He also criticized the WHO for what he sees as ideological bias, claiming that its health recommendations are driven more by political interest than by scientific evidence. Beyond COVID-19, Milei has expressed skepticism over the WHO's broader influence, questioning its role in shaping national healthcare policies and its partnerships with pharmaceutical companies. He says that Argentina should be free to pursue a more independent approach to public health. The decision to withdraw has elicited a range of responses both within Argentina and beyond. Critics, including opposition parties and healthcare experts, expressed concern that departing from the WHO would hinder Argentina's access to vital health information, funding, and international collaboration. Buenos Aires Province Health Minister Nicolas Kreplak of the Peronist opposition warned that leaving the WHO would leave Argentina to face health challenges on its own. He stated that the decision means Argentina will no longer have international collaboration for training, information, and scientific studies for future epidemics and pandemics. Kreplak added that the country would lose financial support for prevention and immunization campaigns for infectious diseases such as tuberculosis, HIV, and dengue, potentially weakening Argentina's response capacity. He also raised concerns over the potential loss of discounted medicine and vaccine purchases, since the WHO helps member nations acquire crucial medical resources at reduced costs. On the other hand, supporters of Milei's decision applauded the emphasis on national sovereignty in health policy. They share the president's skepticism regarding the WHO's pandemic strategies and advocate for a more autonomous approach to healthcare. Presidential spokesperson Manuel Adorni emphasized that Argentina seeks to regain flexibility in its health policies and will not suffer resource losses due to the withdrawal. Argentina's withdrawal mirrors the United States, which last month exited the WHO under President Trump's executive order. However, analysts suggest this could be part of a broader strategy by Milei to distance Argentina from global institutions. His administration has already hinted at pulling out of the Paris Climate Accords, echoing another of Trump's moves, and some speculate that withdrawal from the UN Human Rights Council, the UNHCR, could be next. Such withdrawals raise questions about whether Milei's government is truly pursuing its stated goal of being open to the world, or whether these moves indicate a shift towards political isolationism. Critics argue that by cutting ties with international organizations, Argentina risks limiting its diplomatic influence and weakening its global standing rather than asserting its sovereignty. So what's happened to Javier Milei, the libertarian economist? We've not heard much from him recently. From his controversial speech in Davos last month to these withdrawals from global institutions, it seems Milei, the Argentine lion, is becoming little more than a Trumpian pussycat, copying his new master in every word and deed. So what do you think? Is Milei throwing away his once praised economic principles to become a foot soldier in the populist culture wars? Let me know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more updates on Argentina's biggest news stories. If you want to support the channel, you can buy me a coffee in the link below, and I'll see you next time.